Welcome back, genius. You're a person after my own heart. You go big, you shoot for the top. You probably live by the motto, anything worth doing is worth doing well. I applaud you. You creative, ambitious, overachieving little me. My name is Vivian Olodun. I'm a marketing strategist and author. I wrote the interactive journal Stumbling Through Adulthood. This video is about the most profitable marketing careers in 2020. If that sounds interesting to you, hit the like button, subscribe, make sure you hit the bell as well so that you're notified when I upload a new video. And of course, keep watching. When I started my research for this video, I was surprised by what I found. You'll want to stay to the end because I have a bonus fact for you that you may want to consider as you're planning your next move. This list is so 2020, it's not even funny. I'm very curious to see how this list will change as the years go by. I'm recording this video while we are all in quarantine, and it isn't lost on me that most of the careers on this list are probably very easily working from home, which is a cool note. If you could see yourself working from home in one of these highly profitable marketing careers, take a screenshot, share it, and tag me. I am at Vivian Olo on all of the socials. I'd love to be able to know that you watched this video, and I want to give you a shout out in my next upcoming videos. Content creator, data scientist, business development manager, strategy manager, DevOps Engineer, creative, SEO, product manager, software engineer, chief marketing officer. With every single one of the careers on this list, there's a balance between what you need to learn and what people want to see. And it's a great place to start right here where we are with content creator. YouTube, Instagram model, Redditor, blogger, people who create podcasts, all of these different individuals really strive in the entrepreneurial space. And the range of what they make is pretty freaking awesome. I mean, honestly, I personally know some influencers who make well over $1 million on a regular basis. Now, that doesn't mean that it's a get-rich-quick scheme. None of the jobs on this list are. But what it means is that if you have a talent for being able to, first of all, work alone, because content creators, they operate in their own space. Yes, there's best practices, but generally you're your own boss and you're creating the rules for yourself. So if you're self-motivated, then this is a great possibility for you if you have a creative eye. Data scientist median income is about $107,000 per year. Data scientists are really excellent researchers. They're very intuitive. They work well on teams, but also kind of thrive being deep down into their projects. I would say that this is more of an introverted type of job. Someone who can take big data and make it into something that's processed so that us lay people can understand. Every year, my company creates a social media guide for small business. This social media guide includes a ton of data. It's just statistics that help business owners to make decisions as far as how they want to place themselves in social media. The updated 2020 version is actually right below us inside of the description box. If you'd like to get a free copy, you can download it. Data scientists are the reasons why we can take all of this information and place it into actionable stats and actionable tasks that we can use in order to boost the business. This is a sought-after career, and if you thrive in numbers and research, this might be it for you. Business development manager median income is about $78,000 per year. This particular role has a special place in my heart because that is where I started my marketing career. If you go and find me on LinkedIn, my role was a business development manager for Garda Cash Logistics, which is a cash securities company in the finance industry. And business development managers also operate very close to what a CEO would do on a regular basis. You're using your extroverted skills and interest in others and interest in your marketplace and in your industry to connect and make business to business sales. Your main objective is to be able to be the face and voice of a company, to be able to see and negotiate deals between businesses. If you feel like you would thrive in that particular role, then this might be the right role for you. A strategy manager's median income in the United States is $133,000. A strategy manager needs to have leadership skills. And you have to have some kind of understanding of the types of technologies and platforms that are available to the business in order to be the most effective and efficient. The strategy manager is responsible for taking all of the information that comes from the technical side, from operations, and from the company themselves, the goals that they have, and bringing all those things together into a useful, executable plan. Businesses love this person, and they're very important to be able to keep the business profitable. Because as you'll find, or as you know, if you're already working in quite a large company, or if you're working in your career, that businesses lose quite a bit of money on waste or just unnecessary technologies or obligations that they've committed to that they don't really need. So it's the strategy manager's role to be able to take a deep dive, a really detailed look at everything that's going on and to make sure that everything's being the most efficient. Next on the list is the DevOps Engineer. Now, I have to admit, when I was doing my research for this video, I really got stuck on this role. It was really tough for me to understand. So if you are a DevOps engineer and you know a little bit more about it, I encourage you, I ask you please to share your thoughts in the comments below. Now, what I ultimately ended up doing is talking to my husband, who is a software engineer, and he graduated from MIT. And I asked him, what is a DevOps engineer? How am I going to be able to explain this just a little bit better so that other people can understand? And bless his heart, he tried. And this is what I walked away with. A DevOps engineer is a combination of the development team and the operations team. There was a time when development would work on a project and then they would turn it over to the operations team. But as we progress and the more we've become more we've integrated technology into the way that we do business, it has become very important that people in operations have some idea or understanding of development and technology and coding and those kind of things, because pretty much you have to know it in order to refine it so that it can be used for the customers and clients who are the end users. So the DevOps engineers are those people who tie that beautiful net together and bring everything apart. Now again, tried my best. If I didn't get the definition perfectly for you, go ahead and just Google it. Or I'm sure there's other videos that show up around me that can give more detailed information about that particular role. Expert level creative professionals in marketing can expect to make a median income of about $105,000 per year. Creative includes people who specialize in photography, videography, copywriting, those who specialize in audio, maybe you produce podcasts. All of these individuals are highly sought after and definitely needed because every single type of business ever needs to be able to express their speciality and their strategic advantage to customers and clients so that they can purchase their products. And the way that we do that is just goes through a range of different things. Now you'll notice that on this list I have quite a bit of different technical type jobs. And you may think, well, creative can get pushed out. We won't use them, we won't need them. And that's just not the case, because all marketing is set up so that you can express the business's ability to solve a problem for the client or the customer. And how we do that depends on human connection and human decision making. So this area of marketing will never go out of style. Another area that I don't see going out of style anytime soon is SEO. And the median income for this particular role is about $100,000 per year. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. You're on YouTube. YouTube's owned by Google. Google is the queen search engine. We also have the others. We don't talk about them, Bing and Yahoo and such. But people are always looking for something. They're always looking for answers. And your ability to use SEO is really a dark art. And if you want to know who's the best, Google SEO. The people who are coming up at the top, they're the best because there's a lot to know and it changes all the time. So if that's something that you're interested in, I encourage you to pursue it because it is a highly sought after skill. Product manager is a role that if I were ever to go back into the corporate world and work for someone else, that is a role that I would be happy to step into, and then I'd be looking for another one that's on this list. But product managers make about $117,000 per year. This person is an entrepreneur within the business. Their role is to be able to take together all of the different moving parts and to really create. They are innovators within a company. Their role and responsibility is to take an idea, to cultivate it, to handle all of the market research, all of the different entities, all of the different creative, the content, everything that's required in order for this thing to be successful in the marketplace and bring it to life. And they're also the person who ultimately has to make the decision if a product isn't working in the marketplace to dump it so that the company isn't losing any unnecessary money. So a project manager, if you thrive in leadership roles, collaboration, and you like having different things going on all at the same time, this could be a role for you. I touched on this lightly when I mentioned my husband, a software engineer, or a computer program, a Java developer, any of these roles, an app developer, all of them fall under software engineer. Now, if you are a software engineer and you disagree with me, I encourage you to comment below and tell us why. But needless to say, you've seen and you know that all of these different movements that we're making are more and more deeply into technology. And technology, all this stuff coming together, is done by software engineers. They're the ones who make it happen. So they have a very highly desired role. They are paid very well, and it's a cool job. A job that if you do want to take it and take it seriously within marketing, you'll want to live in actual particular areas. So this is like a New York, Silicon Valley, Texas, Seattle, France. There's a lot of jobs in those particular areas, but also, being that we are in a pandemic, is that this is a role that you can do from home, which is pretty great. So if you're looking to have a remote type of career, you want a flexible lifestyle, then software engineer could be right up your alley. Here we are, the holy grail, number one, the job, the top position that everybody in marketing ultimately, well, like us, would strive for, is the Chief Marketing Officer. Chief Marketing Officer is a top dog of marketing. They are the ones who make the most money when it comes to being in the marketing career. That's usually the top person in a company that has anything to do with the marketing. And that's the place to go and the place where you end up ultimately. But I offered you a bonus fact, so let me give it to you. Start your own business. If you take a look at the wealthiest people in the world, you will find that most of them are entrepreneurs. And if you have a passion for marketing and you are looking for the absolute most profitable role that you can have, then you, sir, ma'am, are looking to be an entrepreneur. Because when you specialize, you're able to open your own business, open your own firm, your own agency, and there you have endless possibilities when it comes to your role. I started this list with content creator. Those are those YouTubers, Instagrammers, all of those different people, and have come full circle because they are ultimately business owners. Ultimately, it is exponential. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you'll be able to use this information as you are planning your career. Thank you so much for watching, and I encourage you to find me on social media. I am at Vivian Olodun. Subscribe, hit the like button and the bell if you haven't already. I would love to have you be here with me as I'm making more videos. And if you are someone who is a professional, if you open your own business and you're looking for moral support and additional resources, I encourage you and invite you to be a part of my private Facebook group, FMC, Where Women Do Business. FMC stands for Flourish Media Conference. That is an annual conference that my nonprofit hosts in Miami, Florida every year. We've been doing it for 5 years now. And we connect small business owners with angel investors and funding opportunities so that their business can grow and scale. If that sounds like something that's interesting to you, subscribe. Click the buttons below. I put all the links below. And if you'd like my critical eye on your business or on your next step, then I invite you to sign up for a one-time advisory call, a one-on-one chat between you and I. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Are you still here? Wasn't that exciting looking at those different marketing careers? There's so much possibility out there. And there are also possibilities here with watching these other videos. If these seem interesting to you, click on it. Go ahead and watch. You know you want to.